Hi guys, this is Stephanie. Today is August 4th, 2011. It's Thursday. And I didn't vlog last week. I was going to. I was just really bummed out about my losses. But I wanted to get in a vlog today and talk about some of the stuff that I'm going through and why I think it's happening. And maybe it will help other people out. I'm not sure, but I I've had really slow losses this round, and even in previous rounds, the first week would start out good, and then the round would get really slow. And by the end of my round, I was really pushing it past 40 days because I was not even at the half pound a day mark, so I would go longer than a 40-day round. My averages for each round have been approximately in the 0.35 of a pound per day range. That may be acceptable to some people. It's not acceptable to me, considering in those rounds, for the most part, I was very much almost perfectly on protocol. I was pop. The only things that I would do on occasion, which was after a while, that did not affect the rate at which I lost weight, was stuff like coconut oil, up to 2 tablespoons a day. And actually, a lot of times when I would do chocolate delight with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, I would actually increase my losses. I didn't do it all the time because I didn't want it to backfire on me. I would do it on occasion. Some of the other things that I would do would be occasionally, if I had a salad, I would use Walden Farms dressings. And I think I mentioned in a previous vlog that you have to be careful with those. They're all 0 calories. They do have sodium in them. I think they're sweetened with Splenda or something. But you have to be careful with those because there are some that will make you gain. My sister-in-law found that there were 1 or 2 that were fine, but then there was one that she tried 3 different times and it caused her to gain. So that just shows not all 0 calorie things are created equally. So those were basically the things on my first few rounds that I did that would not be totally on protocol. Other than that, I stayed very close to protocol. Now, if you've been watching my previous vlogs, you know that I have tried this round. I would consider this round 3 because this is my 3rd successful round. And I would technically call it 3.4 or 3.5 because I failed this round 3 times before. And it was due to Ovidac. If you were watching my previous vlogs on that when I restarted, it was due to Ovidac. The Ovidac made me crazy hungry, made me really crave super salty potato chips. It was just nuts. So on this round, I really fought for a while, but I cheated a lot. And I ended up about day 40, I had enough. Actually, it was day 39. I had enough of it. I was cheating and I felt like I could not control myself, which was not a normal thing for me on HCG, whether I did injections or homeopathic or sublingual. I never had that feeling before, but I finally contributed it to the Ovidac, and it just not working for me, that brand not working for me. So I restarted this round. If you look at the titles of these videos, I do put the beginning day when I started the Ovidac, but in reality, I restarted this round. I restarted loading on Thursday, June 30th was I reloaded, and I actually didn't even gain any weight from the reload. I didn't just pig out, but I didn't gain any weight. So I restarted with homeopathic drops on July 1st, was my official VLCD1 of homeopathic drops. Now, I've been on homeopathic drops for a while now, and I decided I'm still struggling a lot. I'm not struggling with hunger at all. Since I got off the Ovidac, I've been fine with that. But I am really, really struggling losing weight, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But so I've just kind of decided at some point that I would try anything and everything, because either this is going to be my last round and I'll get off my last 20 pounds on my own, or I'll be taking a break and maybe coming back around Thanksgiving to do a short round and try to get 10 more pounds off, or I don't know. But I am not giving up on this round. I'm really fighting. And so I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth. Within the past 10 days, I've been kind of, I found a bottle of Corian and a vial of Corian, and so I'm actually trying that, and I might be flip-flopping from injections of Corian to homeopathic. I don't know. I'm just trying to mix it up. So that gets me to today. Today is whatever way you look at it, either VLCD 73 or day 35 when I restarted, and I would prefer that number because, like I said, I mean, I keep very, very good charts when I'm on VLCDs, and when I was on Ovidac, it just didn't even look like I was on a 500 calorie diet, because I would try to do the 500 calorie diet and then I would fall off the wagon because of those stupid salt cravings and everything else during the time of Ovidac. So realistically, I'm probably on day 35 of restarting. Like I said, I haven't done just homeopathic since I restarted, but I'm kind of flip-flopping the past week and a half what I'm doing, just trying to mix it up. Okay, so this vlog's probably going to be kind of long. I'm sorry. So what I wanted to talk about is hypothyroidism. I've been fighting it for at least 15 years. About 15 years ago, I was diagnosed hypothyroid. My TSH, if anybody knows the ranges that are good now, my TSH back then was a 6. And that was high end. That was, I think, just slightly over the range. And their ranges back then, 15 years ago even, were still crazy ranges. I think they went up to a 4. And now I think the ranges are closer to 3. And as I understand, I've done a lot of reading on hypothyroidism in the past, and a lot of times people will have symptoms until they get closer to a 2 or under a 2 on their TSH. So that just kind of gives you an idea of my thyroid being out of whack. It was a 6 15 years ago. It was before I had my daughter, before I was even pregnant with my daughter. I found that out, and they put me on Synthroid. And I was also doing a weight loss plan through a clinic at the time. And I dropped 20 pounds pretty fast, and I can look back at that now and really attribute it to the fact that part of it was restarting my thyroid. I stayed on that for a while, and I got pregnant with my daughter. I can't really remember if I continued to take it during that time. And then about a year after we had my daughter, we moved where we're at now. And somewhere along the line, I quit taking my Synthroid. We don't have insurance, and one time while we've been here for 14 years, 13 years, and one time while we were here, I did have my thyroid tested, and the doctor here tried to tell me that, oh, my TSH was just barely above normal, and I could probably get away without taking my thyroid medicine. I was like, are you crazy? Because I've done enough reading on thyroids to know that even if your TSH is in their normal range, according to their labs, it can be on the high end of normal, and you can still have thyroid symptoms. So I took it for a while. Then I stopped because, like I said, that test cost me um, a decent amount of money. And then I was on generic thyroid, and that's not all that expensive. But I just got to where I didn't go back to the doctor. We were very low in money at the time, and I just didn't go back. So then what I did was I wasn't taking anything, and that's probably when I ballooned up to about 220 pounds. I don't know.